Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, here to do our daily reading to see what comes up. This might be a spiritual sapience reading, or it just may be a reading that's a message for someone or for a group in the collective. So I'm going to leave that up to Spirit to tell us the message that they want us to hear. So take it as it resonates, please. Leave in peace what does not. If this message is for you, then please, the intention is to take it with your highest and greatest good. If it is not for you, please leave in peace for it to be a message for someone else. So we'll get started. This is the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. So I have the energies on the top, what you're experiencing now. Someone's feeling perfection, abundance, just absolute awe of how perfectly divine everything seems to go along. I'll put that there. Perfection. And then energies coming in. Abundance. Absolutely. Look at this. Perfection and abundance. If this message is for you, this is such high frequency energy. This is absolutely being in such high frequency that you're magnetizing everything to you. Abundance, the things that you've wished for, the things that you've been manifesting, but it is your choice. Let's just take a quick look at the guidebook and see. Abundance. Okay, just some keywords. I only seek to give you what you ask for. So your vibration magnetizes what it is that you are truly asking for. You ask through your frequency. Okay, so key ideas: abundance through gratitude, releasing regret, and being good with money. And this can also mean friendship, wisdom, and windfall. So those are just kind of the key aspects of this abundance card. So you bring in what energy you put out. So higher frequency energy brings in higher frequency abundance. And so perfection. This is, I have the same high standards for myself as I have for others. And it's called Righteous Raspberry. Righteous Raspberry. I expect from myself the same thing I expect for others. And it kind of feels like a Six of Pentacles card. It's like what's good for me is the same thing I expect from others. And what my mother always used to say was, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So what I expect myself to how I treat others, how I am aligned with others in my circle, is what I expect them to treat me like. So this is alienating others, feeling alienated, seeking perfection, deeply desiring love, and transformation ahead. The keywords being uniqueness, friendship, and acceptance. So one of the things that, and I was thinking this as I was talking about it, sometimes we set such high expectations because we have high expectations of ourselves. And we're used to that, and that's what makes us thrive and grow and succeed. But we have those same expectations for others. And sometimes we feel very isolated and alone because other people do tend to disappoint us at times because they're not on the same frequency or haven't had the same growth experiences as we have had. So sometimes we expect perfection out of others and we expect perfection out of ourselves. But keep in mind, everyone is human. And don't alienate yourself to a point where you feel disenchanted with your life. All right, so let's see. This is what you're dealing with now, but making that little shift might bring in this higher frequency. So let's see. I'm doing this first. The Emperor. This is the Divine Masculine card for me, and he is, it just feels like he is just standing in his truth and in his power. He has that great big sword of truth. And it feels like what I'm just hearing is that there have been big truths coming into his life. And he's satisfied knowing that they're the frequency of truth. Here we have the Eight of Swords. He was trapped in some untruths at one point. So this reading is about somebody's divine masculine or a divine masculine who was trapped in a lot of untruths. Look at the donkey costume hiding underneath that, but being surrounded by the same swords as the emperor is holding, except these truths were trapping. This was an illusion. This was some untruths that he was feeling trapped by, and he finally got clarity on what the truth really is. And that's that big truth that has liberated him, that has finally helped him embrace his power and his self-worth. He's broken free of that. So we have the Knight of Swords, that's the clarity. The Page of Swords came through a message. Somebody told him a message. Somebody told him this truth. And the Four of Cups. He's no longer interested in what he was once interested in because of this clarity coming in. So it sounds like somebody, kind of brought forth this message to him saying, look, here's the truth, dude. You may know, it could be a third party. There is the Ten of Pentacles. This is like a marriage, regarding a marriage. Or it could be that he's been really focused on his money. And somebody has said, you know what, you need to refocus onto something that's more spiritual, more emotional, more valuable. We'll see what that means. Maybe we'll clarify that. Seven of Coins. Somebody not willing to invest anymore. Possibly not willing to invest in this marriage. Then we have the Three of Coins. Yeah, there's the third party right there. It could be a third party. The Three of Pentacles to me is generally working with the divine, but or a partnership. But this feels like somebody is dissolving a partnership, a long-term partnership with someone based upon somebody coming through. And here's the deal. With this Perfection card, he expected this person, that the secret was about, he expected them to treat him the same way he treated them, and they did not. I wouldn't be surprised. There's the Six of Swords. He's ready to move on. He's moving on, He felt trapped. After this truth was revealed, he felt trapped in this committed relationship or long-term partnership. And so he just decided to move on. There's the Ten of Swords, kind of in the challenge position over this Three of Coins. So that feels like a betrayal of some sort. And here's the Knight of Wands in the challenge position. Somebody was reckless and irresponsible with this partnership, with this long-term relationship. Somebody didn't invest the way that they should have. Feels like a betrayal. Wouldn't be surprised if Seven of Swords came out. Seven of Swords came out right there. What did I just say? Wouldn't be surprised if Seven of Swords came out, and there it is. That's a betrayal, malicious intent. And after this truth, he just can't invest anymore in this. Ten of Wands, yeah, that journey's over. Knight of Cups. Feels like this is something he wants to tell you. All right, so let's look at this abundance. I'm going to use this deck. So in the keywords, alienation. That kind of fits what this reading is about. But the expectation was that, you know, what I'm hearing is the divine masculine saying, I held you in high regard and you betrayed me. I expected you to treat me with the same respect I treated you, and you did not. All right, so let's see what about this abundance. This is the Eight of Cups. That old spiritual story is over. See, we have the Seven of Swords again and the High Priestess. So this shifted his, he always knew, there was something not right, but he wasn't ready to walk away. But he no longer can bring in abundance if he doesn't, he can't create abundance if he stays in this low vibration energy. I mean, when you know the truth, you can't unknow it. And now he knows it, but he knew it, his intuition was telling him all along. So it's confirmation of it. There is the Seven of Wands. Walk the talk. He's like, I'm done. Son of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Definitely taking action. Four of Pentacles is, to me, it's kind of like, it can be read as resisting. But it feels like now he's just like, I'm making a decision. Before I kind of vacillated about it. You know, I've really kind of wavered, and I always kind of felt like I needed to do something, and then I just never did decide. But now I'm making this decision with that Two of Wands. Here we have the Two of Pentacles. That's the vacillating. Back and forth and back and forth. Here we have the Nine of Cups. He's got to choose his own happiness. Two cards of decision here for this Nine of Cups. He resisted. He's finally decided. You know, he's been vacillating back and forth, kind of talking himself down, and then realized now it's time for me to pursue my own happiness. That's the decision. So he's moving on, walking away. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. To me, that can represent the what people call karmic, but it's a significant other that probably is the mother of his child. There's a child involved. That's why it's been so hard with this Pentacles, back and forth and back and forth. These look like divining rods. He's just like, I've made my choice of, I know where my path is. Yep, Three of Swords. That's kind of expected. It's heartbreaking to have to make this decision because he didn't want to. And the Three of Wands. He can't continue in this situation if he wants to bring in this abundance of happiness for himself. He has Pentacles, but now it's about his emotional well-being. Why this Nine of Cups is here. Here's the Nine of Coins underneath. That is the becoming single. But he, in order to pursue, he knows his happiness no longer is here. So he has to make the choice about his own abundance. And there's the Lover's card right there. Let's take a couple of oracle from the Wild Goddess Oracle. think I just saw the card, the Truther. The Warrioress. What I get from this is his two things. The Divine Masculine's feminine side has now been ignited into self-defense, defending their heart. They've been a giver, 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 and now they're done. That's what I'm feeling. Then the other thing is that I've got from this card, the minute I pulled, was the Divine Feminine is being asked to be strong. The Witch and the Initiate came out in reverse, so that would be this person right here. Oh, look, and now we have, oh, that's the Warrior. Okay. This is the Yogini. And the Messenger. This is like Mercury. To me, it feels like a Mercury card. This Knight of Cups is this Messenger. I'm not going to encourage you to... I'm going to say this. If you're Divine Feminine and this is your Divine Masculine going through this, it is good to get in contact with your higher self. And what I'm feeling is to, when you hear about this, possibly reach out and connect with your Divine Masculine just in a show of support. No demands, no attachment. Just, I'm sorry I heard what happened. That's all I'm saying. You know, you have to use your own discernment to know if that's what's right for you. But it feels like that would be a move to demonstrate support. And that would take a lot for you to do, I understand. However, this is a two-sided, you know, spiritual relationship. And when your Divine Masculine is going through a trauma, you know, it, in my opinion, doesn't hurt to express words of support. But that depends on your own situation. So in my situation, I would be reaching out and just saying, I'm so sorry to hear of this. What can I do to help? All right, I'll leave it there. Namaste.